What's up, Renzo Gang? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Now, today, this is another WrestleLamia video, and this one is the official Hulk Hogan cause of death. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't know how he passed. I really don't want to, look into that. Like I said before, in the last couple videos, WrestleLamia, outside of wrestling, I was not a fan of Hulk Hogan. Inside of wrestling, he was one of the best, he did a lot for the business. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But anyway, Renzo Gang, I hope everyone's had an amazing day today. Hope everyone's been positive today, did some good things, Hope you guys, you know, worked hard today, make that money. And we're just gonna dive on into it, Renzo Gang. Let's get it. You feel me?
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleLamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a WWE secret revealed, a report concerning Hogan's official cause of death, Brooke Hogan snubbed by WWE and requested not to be in Hogan's will, Cody Rhodes reveals the truth, is Karrion Kross leaving WWE, WWE wants Del Rio to return, Rhea Ripley breaks character, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleLamia XL. Now, first story looks at a WWE secret leaked. Now, top story today takes a look at a report relating to the truth behind the new WWE Unreal series. The series gave fans an unprecedented look at the behind-the-scenes of WWE, and according to Fightful Select, one segment in the series was completely set up. According to the report, the women's locker room emptying out the 2025 Royal Rumble to support Charlotte Flair was set up, and the women's roster were asked to do it. There was a scene at the Royal Rumble that was heavily influenced. The women's locker room was asked to empty out to cheer for Charlotte after she won the Royal Rumble. They weren't told it was specifically for the Netflix show, but they were just asked to. They were not forced to do it. For those asking, it was claimed to us that Charlotte Flair knew about this prior to the report. Now, additionally, members of the current women's roster believe that the infamous Flair and Tiffany Stratton promo, the promo which saw both women go off script, was done deliberately and was manufactured for the WWE Unreal series.
But hey, from what I seen, Tiffany Stratton actually kind of sort of got in trouble for that. She had to apologize to Charlotte Flair because of that. Because that was part, about her mentioning her failed marriage. That was not in the script.
There were members of the women's roster who speculated that the Charlotte Flair-Tiffany Stratton promo derailment was manufactured for Netflix, but we should be clear that those were only theories. Nobody we talked to involved with the segment ever claimed that. On typical WWE shows, talent are still completely scripted verbatim. For example, even Paul Heyman and CM Punk's promos were fully scripted and included on the internal scripts this past week. The elements of the series were definitely going to be manufactured in some way, as WWE were always going to want to control the narrative that was presented on the show itself. But Triple H has defended WWE, and the WWE Unreal series has received a ton of criticism, as a lot of people believe that WWE have gone too far with breaking kayfabe. Head of WWE creative Triple H has now defended WWE from these critics, and according to the game during an interview with ESPN's First Take, WWE isn't afraid of criticism, and the show could increase the respect levels for how WWE operates. We looked at every aspect of it, and the positives and the negatives, and we weighed it out. You can't be afraid to do something in life. You can't be afraid that, well, somebody might criticize us. If we were afraid that people might criticize what we do, we wouldn't put on a show every week. I think this just increases the level of respect for what we do. I think it builds that deeper connection. And the series itself has managed to hit the casual audience, as it has been cemented in the top 10 most viewed programs on Netflix in various countries for several days now. Next up is Karrion Kross leaving WWE. It's well documented that Karrion Kross's WWE deal is set to expire soon, and as things stand, there's been no news on whether or not Kross has re-signed with the WWE. With that being said, Kross is now openly talking about his contractual situation with WWE, and he spoke with Radio Battleground, and Kross revealed, "I don't think I should talk about any of it right now, but I'm hoping that when the time is right, everyone will know what's going on, including us. That really depends on how things went over the next 30 days. We'll just have to see what happens." The reference to 30 days is interesting, as it's believed that Kross's deal ends in August, and if that's the case, then it's a distinct possibility that SummerSlam could mark Kross's final WWE appearance. WWE are obviously trying to entice Kross to re-sign by booking them on a PLE such as SummerSlam, and it's even a possibility that Kross has already re-signed, and he and WWE are now working an angle of sorts. Hopefully we'll know the truth soon. Next up, Cody Rhodes reveals the truth. Previously, Cody Rhodes has been unwilling to fully address why he decided to leave AEW behind, but now on the Bill Simmons podcast, the former WWE champion has revealed exactly why he opted to leave AEW and re-sign with WWE. According to the American Nightmare, he felt disrespected and he wasn't going to stand for it. Feeling disrespected at something I built with my friends, that we built, feeling disrespected. I wouldn't stand for it. I think with Brandy and I both, I'm so blessed to have her. It was one of those where we're like, kid, I did way more here than you think, and you're gonna find out the moment I'm out the door. Rhodes then added that he's not seeking revenge on those who wronged him, but the greatest revenge is success, which Rhodes has evidently obtained in WWE. I don't believe
thought Cody Rhodes could do
backstabbing type of revenge, the greatest revenge on earth.
Because in AEW, he just won the TNT titles.
Sitting on something wonderful,
not the
something
AEW World
great, a
Championship.
huge potential with what I was doing with the American Nightmare as a bad guy, as a good guy, something in between. We're sitting on something magic, and if I'm not going to do it in the house, I literally with Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega and Nick Jackson build, then buddy, I'm going elsewhere. Now it's unclear who exactly Rhodes is referencing in his comments, but it doesn't appear to be the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega, as the group remains good friends. Next up, SummerSlam match is back on. Now, there was concern that Drew McIntyre being stranded would lead to his SummerSlam match being changed, but thankfully that's not on the horizon, as McIntyre is now back in the US. McIntyre once again cut a hilarious social media promo where he gave credit to Logan Paul for getting him back to the US.
Drew McIntyre, he trolls, man, but he's funny though.
The reason for the SummerSlam change revealed. This week, WWE will present a two-night SummerSlam for the first time, and WWE hadn't previously explained why the show has moved to the Night 2 format, but that was until Triple H appeared on WFA and radio, and according to the game, SummerSlam is similar to WrestleMania in the sense that it's like Disney for WWE fans. It has been successful for us on the WrestleMania side for sure. The two-night WrestleManias are destination weekends. People plan their year, they vacation around it. A lot of folks come in on Thursday, they're going to the world, seeing all the memorabilia, getting autographs, coming to SmackDown on Friday night, then Saturday, Sunday events. NXT in the afternoon, sometimes on Saturdays, all the way through to Monday night. This time we'll be at the Barclays Center. If you're a fan, there's nothing like this. There's nothing like it. It's going to Disney for pro wrestling. It's worked for us at WrestleMania. It'll work for us at SummerSlam. It's going incredibly well. The WWE have already committed to the two-night format for next year, and based on ticket sales, it's likely to be a SummerSlam staple moving forward. There's been speculation that WWE could have more events take this format, with specific attention being drawn to the Royal Rumble. However, this could be a completely
that's understandable.
Triple H
They're making
himself
some
has a
smart
negative
business moves,
stance
I
on
guess.
two-night PLEs in the past. Next up, Alexa Bliss joining a faction. Now, at one point this year, there were plans for Alexa Bliss to join the Wyatt Six faction. This was put on hold for a number of reasons, and WWE eventually decided to pivot and have Bliss team up with Charlotte Flair instead. But now, during an interview with Fox News Digital, Bliss revealed that she would love to join the faction, noting that it would be fun to explore. Wyndham always said, Alexa and I will always be connected, and when it happens, and when we reconnect, it's going to be something big. So whether that's with the Wyatt Six or something else, I don't know. I think it would be something fun to explore at some point. Bliss would then state she's having a lot of fun with her current storyline, and even noted that the elements of Bray Wyatt remain with her throughout her current character. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun tagging with Charlotte and seeing where that dynamic goes, but obviously I'm still always going to have a piece of Bray with me, with the jacket and the skirt and the character, and just kind of keeping it in the same vein in case that doesn't happen.
I like that.
Bliss is completely right here. Her character is still linked to Wyatt, and she's still able to pay tribute to a close friend. It would make a lack of sense to end the incredibly popular pairing with Flair, especially with the Wyatt Six embedded into the tag division. Next up, Rhea Ripley breaks character. Rhea Ripley is a master at keeping kayfabe. However, when it comes to discussing Liv Morgan, now that the feud between the two is over, Ripley has decided it's time to break character and reveal what she really thinks of her. Speaking with Alan Owens Wrestling, Ripley stated that she loves Morgan deeply, and she stated that she's her wrestling nemesis, but a wrestling love at the same time. So Liv is someone that I love deeply. Our feud we've had in WWE has gone on for so long now, and I feel every time we come back to it, we don't get to touch on everything that's actually happened throughout our careers together. She's like my story nemesis, my wrestling nemesis, my everything nemesis, but like at the same time, like my wrestling love. It's a really weird combination of emotions and story that we have together. Now, Ripley may come under fire for breaking kayfabe in this manner, but after WWE just dropped the Unreal series, it wouldn't come as too much of a surprise as WWE wrestlers are now permitted to completely break kayfabe in media interviews. Next up, sad details behind Hulk Hogan's death. Hulk Hogan passed away on July 24th after suffering cardiac arrest at his home in Clearwater, Florida. But details are now being revealed from the Pinellas County Forensic Science Center. His cause of death was an acute myocardial infarction, commonly known as a heart attack. But the medical examiner documents also noted two key health conditions that contributed to his death. Atrial fibrillation, a condition causing an irregular heartbeat, and chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a form of blood cancer. The leukemia
Oh,
diagnosis had never been publicly disclosed before,
dang,
and
that's
within the
sick.
report it's also been noted that there's been a request for Hulk Hogan to be cremated, not buried. Now, even after several days, the wrestling world is still mourning his passing. Next up, WWE wants Del Rio to return. It was previously claimed that WWE had zero interest in bringing back the controversial Alberto Del Rio. However, their stance on that may have changed. According to a new report from The Observer, names in WWE are pushing the idea of Del Rio returning to the main roster. There's many different people with many different ideas in Alberto, with everything from he's gone to he's going to the main roster, which I don't expect. But there are absolutely people pushing for that. There are people very impressed with Alberto as far as the way he's handled himself as a star, and he's super over. Sean Ross Sapp on X has chimed in on this report to say that he's not heard the same information, so it's unclear what is going on when it comes to Del Rio potentially making a WWE comeback. And
I
finally,
don't really
Brooke
want to
Hogan
see him
snubbed by WWE and not in Hogan's will. Now, our final story today takes a look at the whereabouts of Brooke Hogan, as WWE fans question why Brooke hadn't been present for any of Hulk Hogan's tributes on WWE television. According to Brooke via an Instagram story, WWE didn't extend their invite. However, we now know the specific members of Hogan's family were invited, as WWE did allow Nick Hogan to attend. Now, it's entirely possible that due to the prior bad blood between Brooke and her father, WWE were under the impression that Brooke wouldn't have wanted to be involved, but a simple invitation should have been extended. However, some people are saying that this is her father, and an invitation certainly was needed. But Brooke Hogan also requested that she be taken out of Hulk Hogan's will. Or whilst many people believe that this was a recent request, this was actually in 2023, and she asked to be removed from Hulk's will because she didn't trust a single person around him and didn't want to get caught up in the financial battle when he passed. According to TMZ, we're told all Brooke ever really wanted to do was to protect her dad from people she felt were taking advantage of him. But after years of disagreeing with Hulk over the matter, she reached out to his financial manager and had herself removed from the will. Right now, it's unclear who will inherit Hulk's entire estate, including the trademarks and intellectual property, as Hogan owned them. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Okay, now apparently you guys heard about Hulk Hogan, a little heart attack, little leukemia. That was a lot, for his age, that was a lot to deal with. WWE, I really hope you guys hear me. Please find a way to book Karrion Cross better than what y'all been doing. Please. Karrion Cross deserves this, man. Like, please book him good. Brooke's daughter, Brooke Hogan, I'm not gonna get into that. Um, the wrestling world, it's been kind of, a little just, since, the passing of Hulk Hogan. So I just really, prayers to his family, but you know, I don't really know what else to say about that situation. I just hope they, get through this little dark cloud that they're in. Now, I'm gonna keep talking about this one, Karrion Cross. They need to do more with Karrion Cross. Like, they actually had a potential to push him and make him a star, but I don't know. Like, it's just like they don't know what to do with him. I don't know what the issue is. All I know is at SummerSlam, I really hope they put him over and they book him, to be this strong character. And also, yes, they break kayfabe a lot. Like sometimes, like some of the superstars that I follow on Instagram and Facebook, I'm like, wait a minute, what in the world? Yeah, like when I be scrolling on my phone and I be saying, I'm like, yo, that's insane. Like, I never thought you know what I'm saying? Like, the only ones to me that still has kayfabe alive are Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Like, when Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio go out, Dominic don't even sit nowhere near Rey. Like, and yeah, sometimes like the whole kayfabe thing, it is kind of getting a little out of hand, breaking it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a storyline. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, everybody's not gonna stay in character forever. Like, it's unless you're that dedicated person to want to stay in, kayfabe. But yeah, I like these WrestleLamias. Renzo Gang. If you guys want more of the WrestleLamias, just comment down below. And if you want to see more, hit go in the description down below and hit that link. Take you right to my playlist of all the WrestleLamias. Renzo Gang. With that being said, Hope you guys have had an amazing day today. Make sure you all hit that like button, share, subscribe. You feel me, Renzo Gang? I love y'all. I will see y'all later. See you later. See you later. See you later, Renzo Gang. Yeah, 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 yeah.